All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a short video on page 5 here. This one doesn't take too long, but we're going to use our graphing calculator to help us out with this. So the first thing you need to do is graph this function, and we're going to do so on the technology. If you don't have the worksheet in front of you, you may want to copy this equation into your calculator, because I'm going to have to move the screen down a little bit to get us to see this. All right, there's everything in place. So the formula that we're going to type in, and I'm going to use this virtual TI calculator here. All right, so we're going to type in the equation, which is 2, and make sure to use all the parentheses and anything that they do in the problem to make sure that you don't make a mistake in typing this in. All right, so there's the equation. Your window should be set to its standard form right here, and here's the graph. Now the graph is there to see, like, okay, it's going to go over here in the second quadrant. Now we're going to use the table to plot these points. Now I'm going to center my table so that the numbers are in kind of a palindrome or symmetric formation. This way I can plot my 5 points on the graph that will be necessary for the problem. I have my students plot 5 points. If you don't have enough room for all 5 points, plotting 3 would be sufficient. So it says here, label the vertex, give it to me as an ordered pair, and this would be the vertex right here. So let's graph this at -3, 1. The next 2 points are -2, -4 at 3. And then we have, let's see, -2 and -5 at 9. And unfortunately that does go off the grid, so we don't need to plot those. All right. On the test there will be enough dots and grids to plot 5 points here. So the ordered pair is going to be -3, 1. Sorry, that looks a little weird. Yeah, that looks really weird. Oof, wish I could erase here. Now it says draw the axis of symmetry. Now here's the axis of symmetry, and the equation is x equals -3. Now on this practice test I write the x equals for you, but on the actual test you must write the x equals yourself. And if it's not actually with the x equals, you're telling me it's just a number instead of an equation. Now it says find the minimum or maximum. This is considered a minimum, and some professors like to see where the minimum is. This graph can be no lower than y equals 1, so they like to have that function right there to show that that's the minimum point for that. Again, depending on your instructor, this may be an optional step of filling this in, but you definitely need to confirm that it is a minimum. Okay, let's move down to the next graph here. Okay, again, I will just, looks like it fits partially on the screen. Well, we're going to have to go back to our y equals, and let's clear that off. That's a -4. Now, I know that looks like a subtraction sign, but it's a -4x squared. And then we have plus 8x minus 6. All right, then what we're going to do is hit graph. Whee! There it is. So it looks like it's going down, and it's straddling the 4th and 3rd quadrant. So 3rd quadrant here, 4th quadrant here. So again, we should go to our table. Now again, I'm going to get my table set up using my arrow keys. So it looks like a palindrome here, and it looks like I only have another 3 points to plot, but again, on the test, please plot 5 points if you possibly can. Okay, this freezes my calculator in place. So now I've got my point in the middle is 1, -2, which happens to be my vertex. My axis of symmetry will also go through that, but let me plot my other 2 points that I can. 0, -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And therefore the other one, which is 2, -6. All right, so there's my frowny smile. Frowny frown there. Okay, so the axis of symmetry is going to go straight down through here, and the equation is going to be x equals 1. This is a maximum. Maximum function, and it's going to be a maximum at -2. Y equals -2. Now again, that option might be, that writing y equals -2 might be an option. Some professors only say, just write maximum there. All right, so thank you. This has been a very quick, short page 5 of the practice review.